Hey everyone, stick with us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open, just to get ready for the day, see what we got going on, kind of plan things out. So we do that live. We're live Monday through Friday. If you want to join the UVH fam, our community links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. And if you are here right this second, say what up. We have the S&P's up 37, Dow's up 384, NASDAQ up 68. I did take yesterday off due to my daughter's birthday, but we back at it. We back at it. Today is voting/election day, November 3rd, 2020. We are here. Came fast. Definitely, I think we're all going to be happy to see when this kind of comes to a head here. What's going on, Faiz, James, Jeff, Manchild, Jack, Christopher, James again, 7-figure. What up? How we doing? If you guys do me a favor, hit the like button. Helps out the stream. So it looks like the market overall, is trying to make kind of a little bit of a recovery. Look at SPY here. To be fair, we had like 2 to 3 weeks of straight selling. It looks like we're kind of bottoming out here. We're at 333 this morning, so we're going to be pumping up a little bit. The question is, can it stick? Can it stick? Green or red today? Yes, John. Yes. Yo, Cody, what's going on? So, we'll talk about kind of like what the game plan is for today. Obviously, I think the biggest factor for probably the rest of the week, starting today to the rest of the week, is kind of how this all plays out. Like, we don't know if it's going to be like a major blowout, whether it's Trump or Biden going to be a blowout winner, or if it's going to be super, super tight. Obviously the polls are whatever the polls are. So don't trust the polls. What you can do is just we'll trust the numbers as they come in and kind of see what happens. Either way, Republican or Democrat, whoever wins is it doesn't really matter for us as a trader. It just means that we have to be disciplined and taking profits, trading good setups, because the expected range. Let's look at SPY expected range between now and tomorrow, $10. SPX expected range between now and tomorrow is $101. So, plus or minus, if we're looking at the S&P, is moving. It's expected by tomorrow at close, between now and tomorrow, move between 100 points. I actually thought it would be a little bit higher than this, but looks like that's the way they're pricing it. So they're saying option pricing is coming in at basically 3,200 or 3,400, so it's creating that wide range. It does give some opportunities to create, if you want to short some premium in that, but at the same time, just know that you could have your face literally ripped off, You know what I mean? Yeah, we all blue. What's going on? Yeah, Manchild, follow price, focus on the price. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of problems with a lot of headlines. As you guys know, like, things are going to be coming out the woodwork, and we know that if there's not a clear winner tonight, there's going to be a lot of pushback. Even though the general election, how it takes place is, in 2016, November 3rd, 2016, or 2015, November 3rd, 2015, they didn't have there wasn't a clear winner either that night. They actually announced the next morning, which was obviously disappointing because the campaigns couldn't give their speeches, stuff like that. So last election, there wasn't a clear winner on election night either. So just be mindful that a lot of people are thinking that this is going to come to a head tonight, but it potentially could not. Last election, it did not happen. So, the thing is, like, what they want, like what the politicians want, what Biden and Trump want it to come to a head as soon as possible, because the longer that it drags on, the more questions are asked, blah, blah, blah. And they also want to be able to give a speech while all their supporters are in the house and they have to celebrate. Win or lose, they want it to be over with. So, that's kind of the situation kind of going into everybody. Carl, not a lot of yeah, I mean, not a lot of people were trading back in the Bush era. Yeah, I mean, like Bush and how many recounts did Florida have? I mean, that was a big thing. I mean, that was a huge thing. How many recounts? So just be mindful. Like either way, that was a bad time as well. I don't think any election has really been a great time. At least I'm on the younger side, so maybe, I know Reagan had a blowout back in the day. You know what I mean? So just be mindful. It may not come to a head, but we can do it. Like the price action is going to be a little crazy. It may not make a lot of sense. I mean, you can look here at the S&Ps. I mean, we've had some major gaps down. We're gonna have a gap up on the S&Ps today. Also, pretty much everything, Dow, Nasdaq. So you want to be very careful today. You don't want to overcommit. I mean, if you're not sure, sit out, scalp a little bit if you want to, but just know that this can shift at any minute. Like if you look yesterday, if you look at the S&Ps, we had a major gap up, and then it faded pretty hard, and then we came back up into close. So just because we're having a gap up open like yesterday, it could follow a similar pattern. If you look at SPY yesterday too, like SPY, major gap up. Whoa, hold up. We had a major gap up, obviously up to above 330. People were like, oh yeah, we're above 330. And that thing got smacked down back down to 327 before coming back up to 330. So just be mindful that just because we had a gap up doesn't mean either side is going to win. Doesn't mean, even if we rip down, doesn't mean we're going to close down either. You know what I mean? Nasdaq was pretty ugly yesterday. Qs, gapped up and just got ripped hard. Like they ripped into them. Yo, thanks, Alex. CW, what's going on? Gonna get smoked or get paid. I mean, Ariana, you could trade safe. You could just chill. I mean, you don't have to get smoked. You know what I mean? Like go in. Like, let's say if your account size, if you're used to trading, $1,000, trade $200. If you're used to trading $10,000, trade 1,000 or two. You know what I mean? Like scale back 90%, 80%. Like you don't have to go all in. You know what I mean? You don't there's times that you can scale up and be safe, and there's times that you need to scale back and be safe. And this is one of those times where you're going to want to scale back. Like just because there's more opportunity doesn't mean it's going to work out for you. You know what I mean? Like just because we're going to have huge swings in the market doesn't mean you're going to be on the receiving side of that, or doesn't mean it can't get ripped away from you. Like look at Qs yesterday. People were like, oh yeah, like Friday had an enormous close, came back up, was kind of bullish at the close there. Went from 267 up to 270, gapped up. People are like, oh yeah, let's load the boat. We're going to 280. That thing cratered. There's a lot of people that got trapped yesterday. They need today to work out to get out. You know what I mean? Or the people that sold at a loss are kind of pissed now that they didn't buy the dip, or they shorted down in here. So, there's a lot of trap buyers. There's a lot of trap sellers. So just be careful. Like this thing is going to be a beast. Like you can't tame a dragon. Like it's gonna be crazy. Position sizing should be a course for any trader, not just in times of volatility. Yeah, Alex. What's going on, Trevor? If you're just joining, say what up. I'm feeling pretty good today. Just trying to get in the mindset after taking yesterday off. I know I took yesterday off, but I wanted to get. I did watch the market just so I could kind of see what's going on. Get popcorn and whiskey. If we get a big drop, Carl, I'll be adding to long term. Yeah, the interesting thing is they're saying. Let me pull it up. So where is it? I don't know where I read it, but they were saying that I can't find it right now. They were saying that the market's pricing in a Biden win, which, you know, it's obviously dangerous for a lot of reasons because they did the same thing last time in 2016. And then when Trump won, the market cratered and then we ripped back up. So just because, like, regardless of what people are saying, whatever happens, just try not to pay attention to the headlines. Focus on the numbers and focus on what is happening. You know, focus on what's happening in real time. It doesn't matter what so-and-so thought wherever they are. It doesn't matter. What matters is when the votes come in and which states are what electorals are going to which candidate. That's how it's going to be decided. You know? Thoughts on NIO? I mean, NIO probably had a good day because, you know, let's see. Yeah, NIO, that's a tough one. I mean, if I were going to trade NIO, I would just buy shares. I would try to buy 100 lots of shares and then try to sell premium against it. And if you get a sign, you get if your shares get called away, they get called away. You know what I mean? With the way it's running up, MJ is going to be a big move either way. Yeah, cannabis. So that's the thing is, like, you know, the cannabis stocks are warming up also to a Biden presidency. You know, MJ, cannabis ETF, other cannabis stocks, you know. So, you know, it does matter who wins for different things like policies on cannabis and stuff like that. So, I mean, if Biden does win, it will definitely be good for the cannabis industry. Now, will this pop get sold off? Who knows? Right now, we can't really speculate. But people are obviously, you know, they're obviously speculating before the election, even though it's not a clear winner. So just be careful. Don't get trapped in like the mindset that so and so is going to win, so I'm going to invest all my money on MJ, or so and so is going to win, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. It doesn't matter. Like, just chill. Like, the best thing to do when there's like a lot of noise is just to chill, and strike, you know? Be mindful they are expecting a flood of bad info on social media, seeking to inflame and confuse. Be careful of the sources you rely on. Yeah, agreed. I mean, there's the bots on social media. There's Russian controlled media. There's whatever the case is. Who knows? Manipulation, trying to sway voters. Like, this thing is it's crazy. On top of that, if we're looking at anybody hear what happened to Alibaba this morning? So, Alibaba, China got suspended. Their IPO was suspended. They were supposed to have a $34.5 billion IPO in Shanghai and Hong Kong. They suspended it today, which is kind of interesting. One thing that was interesting yesterday at a Trump rally, Trump suggested that he wants to renegotiate a deal. He wanted to So here's what happened. He said after he took the antibody cocktails and the Regeneron, and the next day he was feeling amazing. He said he was ready to renegotiate a deal with China, and he kind of turned up. You know what I mean? So he it kind of signifies that he's not very happy with that. And he specified this yesterday, and he said, before the ink was dry, they didn't even, it was just a kind of a crazy, it was kind of a crazy. Was that why you didn't do the video at the rally? No. Listen, I'm not going to any Corona rallies. Okay, I'm not going to any. I was celebrating. I celebrated my daughter's 3rd birthday yesterday. I got pics to prove it. So I have a feeling that regardless if Trump or Biden win, I think there's going to be a renegotiation of the trade war deal. I just have a feeling. I don't know if it's true, but based on what people are saying and things happening, I honestly think that they may renegotiate the trade war deal. China's interesting because foreign investors can't really own China shares. Why Yahoo is mad because they own a big stake in Alipay and Baba try to basically steal the shares. Yeah, so it's definitely tricky. So this came out today. They're suspending the IPO. They also called Jack Ma into China for questioning. He was summoned and interviewed by regulators in China. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't think anybody knows except for Jack. Jack's probably like, what the? He's like, but anyways, so that's happening. So Alibaba literally cratered on that news. Right now it's at 290. I mean, obviously it's been having quite a pretty big run, especially after the IPO news. Now is technically under the 50-day, and it tapped 281. So if you're an Alibaba, just be careful. This one's gonna be really, really crazy today. I honestly don't know how the market's gonna price in that IPO drop. If you can find an entry, might be a good day trade or two, but just be very careful because this thing has right now a very, very wide range for a $300 stock on the day. Yeah, Jose. Yeah, I mean, people that were sleeping well last night with calls. I mean, that's the thing about the market. I mean, it's not the most just place. Things are going to happen. I mean, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. Just notice PayPal earnings. Yeah, PayPal had earnings. Reaction. They did well for earnings. But the reaction, they're not doing too well. AMC as well. AMC, if you were trading AMC, I mean, obviously AMC is in big trouble. The reason why it's up is because they're trying to sell. This thing's probably going to get delisted. So just be careful if you're buying AMC. Just be careful. I mean, there was, oh my gosh. First time focusing in the election. I'm curious to see what will happen. Yeah. I mean, the one thing that you don't want to happen is for you to lose a big chunk of money because you don't know what's going on. So just be careful. I mean, even like like traders with 20, 30, 40 years experience are going to be like, yo, you got to chill. Like, don't just relax. Relax. A lot of them are saying the best thing that you could do is not trade. You know what I mean? Like T-Doc Carl, T-Doc Long, Teledoc. Oof, man, that thing got messed up. I mean, I do like it down in the 190 area, 190, 180, Does look good, but just be careful. Consolidation. I don't know if this is going to lead to a breakout or not, or if it's going to come down. Have some chamomile tea, no coffee today. I'm already on my second cup here. We're getting lit. Dunkin', I mean, I don't really trade. If you guys are trying to trade Dunkin', I don't. I mean, there's not there. They were offered the buyout. I mean, looking at it, there's not going to be any action here. Look how flat this is. The buyout was agreed to. It's just going to chill. There's not even worth trading. If you weren't in before the deal, getting in now would not make sense. I could use a donut about now. Yeah, I mean they're getting bought out, so there's unless the deal gets called off, then nothing's gonna happen with the stock. It's just gonna sit here. Feeling discouraged, did not manage risk at all yesterday. Lost 10K in 1 minute, bro. Bro, you need an accountability partner is what you need. You need an accountability partner. If you can't control your risk, you're gonna end up in trouble. I mean, yeah, you can get some massive winners, but you're gonna have like I always say, you don't want your P&L to go like this. You want it more like this. You don't want to go all over the place. If you have big wins, that you're gonna be met with big losses. Just try to be consistent in your process, Like and now, like right now, a day before the election or 2 days or whatever ahead of the election is not the time to be very aggressive. You want to just chill. Get an accountability buddy. Like now is not the time to be a hero. It is not the time. When the dust settles and we have a clear trend, then you can scale in a little bit, you know? What happened to Tesla? I don't think, seven figure, I don't think anything happened. They've been the same price. They're consolidating nicely. Like I actually really like that Tesla is holding up pretty well. I mean, they sold off pretty hard the other day, but they've recovered. I mean, Tesla, nice consolidation in this area. So just be careful. Once this range gets a little bit tighter, we can definitely see a break up or a break down. I'm not sure, but I'm leaning towards it's going up. Yeah, if you can't trade options with proper risk management, you should probably just look to trade shares. Whole month's gain gone in a snap, Thanos style. I wanted a quick buck, should have stayed disciplined. The hardest part of trading is not executing. It's the mental toll and discipline. Yeah, I think, and honestly, I think sometimes as traders, I know I've fallen victim to it, is that we want to make money and a certain amount of money every day. And sometimes, that's not going to be the case. A lot of times the market's going to give you more, sometimes it's going to give you less, and sometimes the market's going to give you nothing. So you have to be prepared going into the day, like with a certain mindset of what is the potential for today. Because some days, like today, we have a pretty big gap up. There's probably a higher probability that you're going to make a bigger chunk of money, but it's also a higher probability that you're going to lose a bigger chunk of money. So, you really need to, just relax. A lot of people just take it very, a little bit too seriously, that, sometimes it's better just to relax, find a good entry, and just execute, Yeah, revenge trading. Revenge trading. If you're revenge trading, you need to. I got some incense in my office here. You just light it up, just relax. It's okay. And if you're using proper risk management, you're not going to really feel emotional about your losses. If you're using proper risk management, you're not going to be angry about your loss. It'll just be another trade that didn't work out, and it's okay. Making money long-term trading should be boring, not what people want to hear. Yeah, that's, a lot of people want to watch YouTubers with the YOLO plays and stuff like that, and that's just not going to be me. I'm not going to be the YouTuber that's gonna YOLO 50K. If you want to come to this channel with proper risk management and hang out, and then I'm down. But if you want me to, a lot of people are like, you're not doing these massive plays, or you're not doing these, and you're not doing that. I'm like, I'll do whatever I want. I'm gonna trade the way that I want to trade, and this is the way that I want to trade. I'm not going to appease the masses by losing money. Like, why would I want to do that? It's called us versus herd. Yeah, I lost it yesterday. Had to step back and analyze everything and collect myself. Today's a new day. Gonna stick to my rules. Yeah, stick to the rules. Consistency and always growing with smaller plays, then scale up. Never risk more than one day's profits. Exactly. Just be mindful. So tomorrow, we do have the 2-day Fed meeting. It's going to start tomorrow. Usually it starts on Tuesday, but because today's the election, the Fed meeting is going to start tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we're going to have the Jerome Powell news conference along with the rate announcement. So, yeah, Tobin, I'm not worried about it. I don't care. Like, if they want to lose 50K, that's fine. Go for it. I don't care. John Jass, it goes into market open. I'll be market opens in about 4 minutes. Yeah, we'll be kind of evaluating the situation here. So just keep in mind tomorrow, Fed day. So obviously there's a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk this week. Okay, we have the election. We don't know if there's going to be a winner announced tonight or not. We got the Fed meeting and the Fed announcement on Thursday. Okay, and then there are some earnings in here, but mostly on Thursday. It's not good. Alibaba's got earnings on Thursday, and they're probably scrambling. They're probably scrambling right now. Alibaba's got earnings on Thursday. They're probably like, what the heck? What are we gonna do? Peloton got an upgrade today, up to $145 a share. What's Peloton doing today? What's Peloton? Okay, Peloton's not doing anything, but Peloton was upgraded today. Yeah, Red Dust, they got their IPO got suspended. IPO was suspended, so markets opening in like 3 minutes. We had the S&P up 37, Dow's up 373, Nasdaq up 74. So I mean, we're kind of trading in the same ranges we've been in. Well, that's not good. Well, we just we're kind of trading the same ranges we've been in. Where Nasdaq over the last few days coming back to the top of its range here. We'll see if it can pop through. Dow has started to break out a little bit. We're kind of pushing up here, but I mean we're going to see how strong some of these stocks are. S&P's trying to push up as well. Nasdaq obviously doesn't look the best, does not look the strongest, so we'll see. But however, it is major green on the year, while Nasdaq and Dow are not. So Nasdaq's got a little bit more room for forgiveness. Nick, did you buy your wife a Peloton for Christmas? I did not. I did not. I don't know. Should I buy one? Winter's here in Chicago. There's not much you could do, and also like we're not going to the gym. The gym's out of the question. So gambling into the election. If the pricing is right, buy 100 contracts on both sides, cheap, out of the money. No, listen. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying like we all need exercise. We all need exercise. All right, Johnny Cat. Caterpillar's been surprisingly, pretty strong. They've been pushing up pretty hard. They had a huge bounce off of 150 here, which was incredible. It was definitely helping out the indexes here. I mean, this pushed up high. I mean, I think it could drop back a little bit. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're having a little bit of a gap up, but I'm a little bit concerned this gap up's not as strong as it looks. Kind of wait and see. I'm waiting today. My goal is to wait for the best setups to execute. I'm not trying to get into any trade. All I've read about is inside selling. It's been ripping. Yep. Clorox probably going to have a big winner. I mean, Clorox obviously has been consolidating here. I mean, they've had a great year. I mean, the question is it making a run down? I mean, kind of looks like some lower highs up in here. I would say this one's a little bit tricky. I mean, it could be bull flagging. It could get out of this channel like 220, 223. I mean, that would 225 will give you some confirmation of a channel breakout. But right now it's just trading in a tight channel, kind of going down. New product coming out, Clorox Chewables. You guys are awful. All right, market just opened up. Time for a little action here. And okay, SPY 333 open, kind of chilling right now. We're going to see what happens. Q's 271. What's Apple at? Apple took a beating yesterday too. Man, Apple sub 110 is just harsh for them. Sub 110, we could definitely see a gap fill up in here between 90 and 100. I definitely can see that. If Apple stays sub 110, it's gonna fill this back in here. So hopefully for Apple's sake, it can get above, but I don't know. 110 has been very tough on Apple recently. Ever since earnings, they've just been getting clobbered. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you don't issue guidance to investors, you know? I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, why would they not? I don't know. Because it doesn't matter, but Microsoft is trying to hang on to 200. It's tested the 199 200 the last couple of days. You know, will it test again today? Hard to say, but Microsoft definitely tapping 200. I mean, could it ramp up? Absolutely, but there's not really many major catalysts for Microsoft. Yo, Clarence, what's going on? CW. What's Alibaba doing this morning right now? Where are they at? Ooh, Alibaba's at 286. I bet you these puts are up thick. It's only up 300%. I mean, that's a lot, but I was expecting like 1,000%. Puts on Alibaba, man, calls are down 80 to 60%. Whew. Those guys did not stand a chance. But, I mean, if people use proper risk management in this, they're not going to be too concerned. But that's the thing about option trading. Most don't use proper risk management. Right now, the market's moving a little bit on the slow side. I mean, it's kind of coming down a little bit. Let's see what's VIX at. VIX is coming down from 40 area. It's at 35. It's trying to catch some legs here. Trying to move back up to 35, 36. Yeah, today is gonna be tricky. And then, you know, once some of the polls close, that is when the fun's going to begin. I mean, today could very well be like an inside day where most of the action's overnight. That's a possibility. Or it's hard to say if people are people going to bail before the election, or are they, you know, like in my opinion, I just don't see that many buyers right now ahead of a major event like this. Happy with my $60 gain from PayPal earnings. Nice. Iron Condor closed it at open for 60. That's what's good. 50%. 50% I mean, you can't ask for much more than 50% profit, you know? Yo, Square though. Square has been getting decimated. I mean, it's down 40 points in the last month. Yo, what's Zoom at? Yo, Zoom is cratering too. Zoom is in a dangerous spot right here. Very dangerous, Zoom. Amazon as well. Amazon sub 3K is down again today. I mean, just getting, you know, so many people invested so much money for earnings. They gambled it and lost huge. So hopefully Amazon can hold this area because it's getting messed up. Netflix, I do like Netflix around 480 here. So let's see what happens. After the election, I wouldn't mind getting along a little bit Netflix 480 area. Maybe selling some credit put spreads up in here. I do like it around here, but I'm not trying to put any positions on that I'm going to sit on for a while ahead of the election, you know. Facebook again is kind of ugly. It needs to catch a bounce around here. So far, it's not looking great. This open's not a great open. The banks are up though. I mean, JP Morgan is up huge. Banks are up pretty big. I mean, it's tapping 104. We do know that JP Morgan has pretty good resistance 104, 105 area. So I don't know if it's going to push up above that, but Goldman Sachs up 4. I mean, JP Morgan is just a monster this morning. I mean, this is in bounce territory. Goldman Sachs is in bounce territory here. Bank of America is kind of at rejection level. I'm sorry. I'm starting to talk like Joe Biden here for a second. J.P. Morgan is at rejection levels here. That was just a joke, guys. It was it was just a joke, guys. Bank of America is. I had to. I'm sorry. Bank of America. It's coming up on the 50-day here. So we'll see. Banks are really strong. Banks are really strong, which is it's kind of surprising. What's gold at? What we got gold at? Gold's up big. I'm not having a stroke, I hope. I don't know what happened. Duncan, what? Nobody cares. Yeah, Duncan made the deal. There's nothing to do here. Gold could be breaking out here, so you just want to be careful of gold. Yo, how did Bitcoin do the other day? They got action. Still trend to. This is how you know like people are kind of shaky because I mean on these dips, but if you look at the 1-year chart, I mean Bitcoin is still moving up pretty nice, following trend. So I mean it could definitely see 15K in the near future here. IWM, what are you doing, IWM? IWM up 1.5%. That's pretty good, but doesn't look great. DKNG's holding on. DKNG's back in range here. This is a good range for DKNG though. Premium SPY is high. Yeah, I mean expected move, John. Expected move right now is humongous, but as you could see yesterday, we're moving in a very wide range right now. I mean, okay, VXX getting smacked down and back to 25. VIX looks like it wants to play though. Snap. Snap is back above 40. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Snap, in my opinion, is like tradable. You know what I mean? Like this is tough. It could easily consolidate in here and just chop for a while. You know, after a massive move like this, like what bulls want would be consolidation. So, I mean, I'm not surprised it's doing this, but it's also like if something bad happens, this will be one of the first stocks to flush, you know? Yeah, Trevor. Yeah, Trevor went from like a 80% loss to like a what was your percentage win? Like was it like were you up like 1,000% or something like that? Or like I don't even know, but it was huge. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like on a major down day, those stocks are kind of like the first to get hit. Yeah, Beyond got hammered too after tapping 190. I mean, this thing like Square and Beyond look like the same chart right now. Almost 80% down. I thought it was a gunner on expiration day. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was intense, Trevor. Glad it worked out though. You YOLO'd that mug. Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing though. When volatility kicks in, you know, that's going to be like one of the first stocks to drop when you experience obviously the winning side of that. Thankfully that volatility, that drop kicked in for you, but yeah, definitely could have been max loss under normal circumstances. Yeah, I mean these. What about UNH? UNH. So healthcare stock's going to be a big one going into post-election here. You know, United Healthcare has been consolidating here, so I think that it could definitely make a big move up or down depending on who's elected. looking long scalp on Apple on double bottom. Yeah, just be careful, Ariana. Sub 110 is a dangerous place. Sub 110, I mean, it could make a push up. Just be careful. The closer it gets to 110, the higher the risk becomes. I mean, it does look pretty clean here on the 5 minute. It does look like a double bottom right here, and you could push up, but just be careful. Not saying it's not in play. I'm just saying be careful. Yeah, we're just gonna get bombarded. I'm just gonna get bombarded with push notifications. I'm checking to see my push notifications here to see if there's anything new coming out, but it's just about Bloomberg saying no election fraud has been found. Blah blah blah. It's just a whole bunch of garbage. Apple new announcement, probably new chips, MacBooks. Yeah, I mean, my question, Christopher, is if they're going to get developers to support support the new chips. You know, obviously developers support Intel chips. Are developers going to support the new Apple chips? That's what I want to know. I mean, Mac is like the, you know, a very small portion of the personal computer world, you know. Is it going to, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Spy is, I mean, we're stuck. People are like, I don't know what to do. like the numbers, I don't know. The numbers are like not moving. I mean, it could be Thinkorswim. Is it Thinkorswim? Seems like we're moving at a snail's pace. Yeah, I mean, right now, what you want to do is in the market is look for confirmation, whether the upside or downside. Right now, we're just trying to find some confirmation. Yeah, I mean, we could be watching paint dry today for sure. We could easily be watching paint dry today. Spy looking like a dump. Yeah, I mean it's literally we're just chopping right now. So we'll see. I mean anything can happen. Tesla's moving up. I mean Apple is trying to bring out Nvidia. Nvidia looks a little decent, but I don't trust it right now. I don't trust Nvidia. And we kind of have a mixed watch list right now. We have some green with some red. Alibaba just down 27 points. It's down almost 9%. I mean, it's just hit a low. This one's a while. DKNG pumping. Nice. Probably get smacked down though at 38. You know. Best time to buy puts on AMC. So you want to be careful about AMC because there's going to be a lot of news surrounding the bankruptcy. Shareholders are going to want to pile in if there's a stock deal. So it could definitely pump it up. Like, I mean, if you remember Hertz, I mean, did Hertz get delisted? Is Hertz getting delisted? Is Hertz done? Oh, it's getting kicked off the New York Stock Exchange. I think it's done. Is it Q? Hertz Q? No, just can't even trade it. So it's just, yeah, Hertz is so yeah, I mean, you don't want to be in a situation like Hertz for AMC. You know, right now people can't get out. And I don't know why people would buy that before then. Apple's getting hit. Yeah, I mean today's gonna be tough. Today's gonna be tough. Yeah, Tesla's moving up right now. We have what's been doing pretty good is the Vegas stocks, Wynn Resorts, MGM as well. These are doing rather well. These stocks, I mean, they're kind of in consolidation right now, but Wynn, let's see what Wynn looks like. Yeah, Wynn's been hugging 70, so anything above 70 looks, pretty decent. Might get a drop though. It really depends on how this like coronavirus news plays out, because right now we're experiencing some drastic upticks. Like if you look at Illinois right now, I mean, if you look at Illinois right now for coronavirus, we're really high. We're at all-time highs on coronavirus in Illinois. I don't know about deaths though. Deaths are pretty low. Oh, actually, that was 61. That's pretty high, but I mean, relatively low. So it really depends on if these new cases result in deaths. Yeah, I don't know, Trevor. I've been trying to figure this out. Why like some of the travel, like Las Vegas stuff like that, is up. They're pricing in? They're trying to price something in, but the question is, are they pricing in higher travel? Are they pricing in, coronavirus being done? I don't know. Which is interesting, Trevor, because Illinois is one of the strictest states in the U.S. right now. Like, I regret I didn't buy Tesla at $379. Yeah, but however, it was very scary. It was very scary buying Tesla at $379. I mean, you might want to. I mean, once it broke $390, it might would have been confirmation for you, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, Trevor. I don't think anybody knows where we're going. We don't even know who's president. Like we don't even know. Man, my phone's gonna blow up all day. All these push notifications from all these CNBC, MarketWatch, Bloomberg. Everybody's just pushing content out today. Tesla's up, market down. Well, market's not down right now. Apple's. I told you to be careful. Apple in here. I mean, it could chop in here and push up, but you want to be careful. Nasdaq looks like Nasdaq wants to push up. SPY's pushed up to 334.50, so it looks like that's some good momentum. However, I'm not trusting these runs right now. I'm gonna sit, wait for a clear setup. Yeah, Trevor. I don't know. I mean, it is flu season, so I don't know if those people are just being misdiagnosed or I don't know. But it seems to me that the cold weather has brought on a lot more sickness, whether it's flu or corona or whatever. U.S. election sets betting records overseas with 1 billion in wagers, and that's crazy. I bet you if you're in a different country, you're just kind of sitting back with popcorn while all of us are like, we're all in this boat and we don't know if we're going to sink or not. Everyone's like, oh, this is some good entertainment. And we're all here like what's going to happen? Maybe the market is saving the worst for last. Yeah, I mean, today, I wouldn't be surprised today if it's kind of a slower day and then they ramp it up overnight, or towards close. But it looks like we're getting a little bit of a pump here. But we did yesterday too. So yesterday, if you look, we had a gap up, we had a nice pump, and then we had a fade. So let's see what happens. Let's see if it's going to follow suit. I definitely don't want to be a trap buyer if I'm going to be buying some calls in here. I don't know. I mean, they're saying Biden's being priced in to win, man-child. So I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, tomorrow's going to be rough. I think tomorrow to the upside or to the downside is going to be rough regardless. Yo, you guys check out that Peloton flush. Peloton just got hammered. Even though he got upgraded, I mean, this thing dropped hard. But it's getting a pretty big recovery now. There was some big selling up in there. That's crazy. It's holding on to 110 though. It's being bought up. Yeah, I mean, like for me, I mean, I'm mostly just waiting to kind of see what a good setup is. Like, I'm not gonna try to rush in. I'm not trying to make, I'm not trying to make $1 million today. I'm just trying to relax. DraftKings should have taken bets on who wins the election. They'd be popping right now. Yeah, no, Lance, I agree. Like, what's going on? What's up with DraftKings not allowing that? It's easy money. Everyone would bet on that. We kind of are with the market. And then imagine like the kind of spreads they could have. Like, if so-and-so wins by this many points and this wins by this many points, they could get pretty aggressive with it. You could start doing parlays. Be crazy. Yeah, DraftKings is definitely having some difficulties up in this 38 area. And that's a huge candle on the NASDAQ. Some huge candles on SPY, S&P right now. We'll see. I mean, there's some good resistance up in here, so we want to be careful. Just because it's going up, I just don't want to get trapped, Nice 2-point move though. Nice, very, very clean. It's only been a few minutes into the open. We're only 22 minutes in. Christopher. Yeah, exactly. They could have made a lot of money with those spreads for sure. For sure, would have been easy. They might not have. I mean, didn't DraftKings allow you to bet on the debates? Thought they did. I don't know. I couldn't get my DraftKings account approved. They made me send my ID in, and they never got back to me. So I have a FanDuel Sportsbook, but DraftKings, I'm still waiting. It's gonna be the end of the football season before I get on there. I'm gonna sit this one out. Take care, Ariana. Apple could pump, but Apple looks like I want to pump, but you gotta be careful. Biden to win. Trump. Yeah, I mean they could have done so much with those spreads. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this pump, because Netflix is holding. What's Microsoft? Microsoft's at 204, 205 area. Okay, we'll see if it can hold this area. If you look at the DKNG news, you can see all the election props. Seems odd. Yeah, I mean, if you look at some of these stocks, though, I mean, they can only go down for so long, I mean, it's been recovering. But I mean, a couple of years ago, I mean, they were up pretty big. I mean, it's still down quite a bit, but yeah, they've been. I mean, I think people have been trying to book some trips and stuff for 2021, 2022, so that might be helping out, I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that are itching to go places. So we'll see what happens. Right now, Dow's up 511, S&P's up 53, NASDAQ up 134. So we're getting a pretty nice pump. My only concern is it's happening like all at once. So we're I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna take it easy. So I'm gonna pop off here. You guys have a great day. Stay safe for the election. I'll be dropping another video tonight regarding the election. We're gonna stay safe. Keep your risk low. Don't be a hero. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay green. It's us versus herd.